Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My
My
name
name
is
is
Farah
Farah
Alfansha.
Alfansha.
I'm here to
I'm here to
present to the
present to the
program-based
program-based
grammar as
grammar
a
as a
complement
complement
to
to
complete
complete
the
the
final
final
exam
exam
of the
of the
semester.
semester.
The title
The title
is
is
conditional
conditional
sentence.
sentence.
Conditional
Conditional
sentence.
sentence.
First,
First,
second, and
second,
third
and third
conditional.
conditional.
There are
There
three
are
main
three
types.
main types.
First
First
conditional.
conditional.
If I
If
see
I see
Andrew at the
Andrew at the
meeting,
meeting,
I will
I
give
will
him
give
your
him your
message.
message.
Uh,
Uh,
C,
C,
use
use
the
the
present
present
simple,
simple,
and I
and
will
I
give
will
use
use
future
future
simple.
simple.
Use
Use
to talk
to
about
talk about
something
something
that is
that is
quite likely
quite
to
likely
happen
to
in the
happen in the
future.
future.
It is
It
very
is very
possible that I will
possible that
see
I will
Andrew
see
at the
Andrew
meeting,
at the meeting,
in which
in
case
which
I
case
will
I
give
will
him
give
your
him
message.
your message.
The
The
condition
condition
is
is
quite
quite
likely to
likely
be
to be
fulfilled
fulfilled
for
for
presenting
presenting
future plan,
future plan.
real
Real
possibilities,
possibilities,
step in
step
our
in our
argument,
argument,
points in
points
a
in a
procedure,
procedure,
predictable
predictable,
consequence,
consequence,
interaction.
interaction.
Second
Second
conditional
conditional
or
or
hypothetical.
hypothetical.
What would
What would
happen
happen
if my
if my
example
example,
if my
if my
parents were
parents were
alive,
alive,
they would
they
be
would
very
be
proud
very
of me
proud of
now.
me now.
Where
Where
use the
use
past
the
simple
past
and
simple
will
and
be
will be
useful plus
useful plus
infinitive.
infinitive.
To talk
To
about
talk
a
about a
present
present
situation which is
situation which is
possible,
possible,
a, hy-
a, hy-
a
a
hypothetical
hypothetical
situation, a
situation, the
situation
situation
cannot be
cannot be
fulfilled
fulfilled
because
because
my
my
parents are
parents
not
are
alive.
not alive.
If she
If she
changed,
change,
example,
example,
if she
if
changed
she
her
change
job,
her job,
she will
she
be
will
much
be much
happier.
happier.
To talk
To
about
talk
a
about
future
a future
event which
event
is
which is
unlikely to
unlikely
happen,
to happen,
the speaker
the
doesn't
speaker doesn't
expect her to
expect
change
her
her
to
job.
change her job.
That is, it
That
is
is, it
unlikely that
unlikely
the
that the
condition will be
condition will be
fulfilled.
fulfilled.
Third
Third
conditional,
conditional,
what would
what would
happen
happen
if she
if
work
she
hard,
worked
work
work
harder,
harder,
she would
she
have
would
passed
have
her
passed her
exam.
exam.
Example,
Example,
hard work,
hard work,
hard
hard
worker,
worker,
past
past
perfect,
perfect,
and
and
would have
would
passed
have passed
use the
use the
would
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 plus
plus
perfect
perfect
infinitive.
infinitive.
To talk
To
about
talk about
something that
something
might
that
have
might have
happened in
happened
the
in
past,
the past,
but did
but
not
he did
work
not
hard
work
enough,
hard enough,
and
and
consequently
consequently
she
she
didn't
didn't
pass
pass
her
her
exam.
exam.
It also
It also
expressed
expressed excuse,
regrets, and
regrets,
blame
and
for
blame
past
for past
events.
events.
The zero
The zero
conditional or
conditional or
factual. What
factual.
happens
What
if,
happens if,
example,
example,
if I
if
stay
I
out
stay
late,
out
I
late, I
always
always
take a
take
taxi
a
home.
taxi home.
Uh,
Uh,
to
to
describe
describe
something that is
something that is
vanilla true,
vanilla
the
true,
use
the
of
use of
if
if
here is
here
very
is very
similar to
similar
when.
to when.
For
For
presenting
presenting
habits,
habits,
general truth,
general truth,
rule,
rule,
typical
typical
patterns,
patterns,
and
and
correlations.
correlations.
We can
We
also
can
use
also
the
use
past
the
simple
past simple
in the
in
two
the two
clauses.
clauses.
Example, if
Example,
I
if I
stayed out
stayed
late,
out late,
I
I
always got
always
a
got
taxi
a
home.
taxi home.
Stay
Stay
use the
use
present
the
simple,
present
and
simple
take
and take
use
use
present simple
present simple
in the
in
same.
the same.
Conditional
Conditional
sentence
sentence,
variation in
variation
tense.
in tense.
First
First
conditional.
conditional.
The if
The
clause
if
is
clause is
usually in the
usually in the
present
present
simple.
simple.
However,
However,
we can
we can
also
also
use
use
number one
number
present
one present
continuous.
continuous.
If he
If he
is
is
still waiting
still
for
waiting
you,
for
he
you,
will be
he will
very
be
angry.
very angry.
And use
And use
present perfect
present
simple.
perfect simple.
Example:
Example,
if Rob
if Rob
received
receives
your
your
letter, he
letter,
will
he
phone
will
you.
phone you.
And use
And use
present perfect
present
continuous.
perfect continuous.
If it's
If
been
it's
raining
been
all
raining
night,
all
you
night,
will
you
have
will
to
have
wear
to
boots.
wear boots.
Use can.
You can,
Example: if I
example,
can
if I
finish
can
work
finish work
early,
early,
I will
I
help
will
you.
help you.
And she'll.
And she'll,
Example: if
example,
I
if
should
I
see
should
him,
see him,
I will
I
tell
will
him
tell
the
him
news.
the news.
The main
The
clause
main clause
usually has
usually
the
has
verb
the
will
verb
or
will
shall,
or shall,
but we
but
can
we
also
can
use.
also use
The main
the
clause
main clause
usually has
usually
the
has
verb
the
will
verb will
or
or
shall,
shall,
but we
but
can
we
also
can
use
also use
number one
number
going
one
to.
going to.
Example: if
Example, if
Helen
Helen
pass her
passed her
exam,
exam,
I'm going
I'm
to buy
going to
her a
buy her a
parent present.
present.
Use
Use
future
future
continuous.
continuous.
Example: if we
Example, if
book
we
this
book this
holiday, we
holiday,
will be
we will be
lying on the
lying
beach
on the
in
beach
2
in
weeks'
2 weeks'
time.
time.
And number
And
three,
number
future
three, future
perfect.
perfect. If they win the next match, they will have won
match
every
in the
match in the
season.
season.
And
An
imperative,
imperative
example, if
example,
you
if
need
you
me,
need
call
me,
me.
call me.
And you
And you
can
can
call
call
my or
my or
might
my
should
should
or
or
to
to
must.
must.
Example, if
Example,
you
if you
don't
don't
eat your
eat your
dinner,
dinner,
you
you
cannot have
cannot
an
have
ice
an ice
cream.
cream.
Then
The
tense
tense
variation in
variation in
conditional too.
conditional too.
The if
The
clause
if clause
usually takes
usually
the
takes
past
the
simple.
past simple.
However,
However,
it is
it is
also
also
possible to
possible
use
to use
past
past
continuous.
continuous.
Example, if
Example,
you
if
were
you were
coming with
coming
me,
with
I
me,
would
I
give
would
you a
give
lift.
you a lift.
Quote,
Quote,
example,
example,
the
the
sentence
sentence
is,
is,
if I
if
could
I
have
could
the day
have the
off,
day off,
I
I
would go
would
with
go
you.
with you.
Where or
Where
was
or
to.
what to.
If you
If
were
you
to
were
ask
to
Steve,
ask Steve,
I'm sure
I'm
he
sure
would
he
do it.
would do it.
The main
The
clause
main clause
usually
usually
has
has
the
the
word
word has the word
plus
plus
infinitive.
infinitive.
However,
However,
the modal
the
scope
modal
and
verb
might
and
are
might
also
are
used,
also used,
and the
and the
infinitive can
infinitive
be in the
can be in the
continuous form.
continuous form.
Example,
Example, there are
there are
three
three
sentences.
sentences. Number one,
Number
if
one,
we
if
had
we
more
had
money,
more money,
we would
we
not
would
be
not be
living here.
living here.
And number
And
two,
number two,
if we
if
had
we
more
had more
money,
money,
we could
we
go
could go
out more.
out
And
more.
number
And
three,
number
if
three,
you
if
ask
you ask
Tony, he
Tony,
must
he
do
must
it
do
for
it
you.
for you.
And tense
And tense
variation in the
variation in the
conditional tree.
conditional tree,
The if
the
clause
if
is
clause is
usually in the
usually in
past
the
perfect
past perfect
simple.
simple.
However, we can
However, we
also
can
make
also
the
use
past
the past
perfect
perfect
continuous
continuous
or
or
called plus
called plus
perfect
perfect
infinitive.
infinitive.
Example, if
Example,
we
if
had
we
been
had been
traveling in a
traveling in
car,
the
he
car,
would
he
have
would
been
have
killed
been
too.
killed too.
Number three
Number three
example,
example,
we
if
could
we
have
could
a
have
good
a good
taxi,
taxi, we would
have come
have
around to
come
see
around
you.
to see you.
Um, the main
The
clause
main clause
usually has
usually
the
has
modal
the
verb
modal
plus
verb plus
perfect
perfect
infinitive.
infinitive.
However,
However,
we can
we
also
can
use
also
the
use
modal
the
clause
modal
and
clause
might
and
plus
might
perfect
plus perfect
infinitive.
infinitive.
Example, if
Example,
I
if
had
I had
known there
known
was
there
no
was
more
no
work to
more
do,
work to do,
I could
I
have
could
stayed
have
in
stayed
bed.
in bed.
If the
If the
ambulance had
ambulance
come
had come
sooner, he
sooner,
might
he
have
might
been
have
saved.
been saved.
What's
What's
other than if?
other than if?
Unless.
Unless.
I
I
won't go
won't
out
go out
unless he
unless
comes
he
to.
comes to. Even if it rains,
We will
we
go
will
to the
go to
match.
the match.
If
If
only,
only,
if only
if
I
only
had
I had
money, I
money,
would
I
go out
would go
more.
out more.
Us or
Us
so
or
long
so
as.
long as
You can
you
use the
can use
car
the
as
car
long
as
as
long
you
as
take
you
care of it.
take care of it.
On
On
condition,
condition,
I will
I
lend
will
you
lend
the car
you the car
condition that
condition
you
that
take
you
care of
take
it.
care of it.
Provide
Provide
or
or
providing.
providing.
I will
I
lend
will
you the
lend you
car
the car,
provided that
provided
you
that
take
you
care of
take
it.
care of it.
Assuming
Assuming,
assuming that
assuming
you
that you
take care
take
of the
care of
car,
the
I
car,
will
I
lend
will
it
lend
you.
it you.
Any
Any
question?
question?
Suppose
Suppose
or
or
supposing.
supposing.
Suppose you
Suppose
had
you
a
had
lot
a
of
lot of
money.
money.
What you give
Would
up?
you give up?
What if
What if
what if you
what
had
if
a
you
lot of
had a
money?
lot of
What
money?
you
Would
give
you give
up work?
up work? Imagine
Imagine
you
you had
had
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
money.
money.
What you
Would
give
you give
work?
work?
Implement
Implement
conditional.
conditional.
Conditional are
Conditional
not
are
always
not always
expressed in the
expressed
from
in the from
conditional clause,
conditional clause,
particularly in
particularly
spoken
in
English.
spoken English.
They can be
They can be
expressed in
expressed
another
in another
way,
or
or
they be
evident
evident
from
from
the
the
context. The
context.
rules
The
for
rules
the
for
verb
the
to
verb
shake
to
are
shake
still
are still
followed in the
followed in
resul
the
clause
result clause
or main
or
clause.
main clause.
He
He
committed the crime,
committed the crime,
otherwise he
otherwise
would
he
have
would
been
have been
arrested.
arrested.
If he
If
had
he
not
had not
committed the
committed
crime,
the
he
crime,
would
he
not
would
have
not have
been
been
arrested.
arrested.
I would
I
have
would
stayed
have stayed
longer, but
longer,
he
but
did
he
not
did
ask
not
me
ask
to.
me to.
In
In
version,
version,
if the
if
first
the
verb
first
in
verb in
conditional is
conditional is
clause is
clause is
should, were,
should,
or
were,
had,
or had,
we can
we
leave
can
all
leave
this
all this
and put the
and put
verb
the
at
verb
the
at
start
the
of the
start of
clause.
the clause.
We do this
We do this
particularly in
particularly in
formal or
formal
literary
or
English.
literary English.
Uh,
Uh,
should any
should
of
any
this
of
cost
this
you
cost you
anything?
anything,
Send me the
send me
bill.
the bill.
It would
It
be
would be
embarrassing
embarrassing
were she
were
to
he
find
to
out
find
the
out
truth.
the truth.
And three,
And three,
had they
had
not
they not
rushed to the
rushed to
hospital
hospital
and would
and
have
would
did.
have did.
We use
We
if
use
it
if
was
it was
were
or
not
were
far
not
plus
far
noun
plus
to
noun
say
to
that
say
one
that
situation
one situation
independent of
independent on
another
another
situation.
situation.
If it is
If it
once
is one
wasn't
wasn't or
for
weren't
the
for the
fireman, my
fireman,
dog
my
would
dog
have
would
died
have
in the
died in
fire.
the fire.
If it
If
had
it had
been for
been
my
for my
parents, I
parents,
would
I
have
would
gone
have
to
gone to
university.
university.
We
We
also
also
use but
use but
from plus
from plus
now with
noun
a
with
small
a
meaning.
similar meaning.
But for
But
resume
for resume
support,
support,
I would
I
have
would have
got the
got
job.
the job.
Uh,
Uh,
that's all
that's
I
all
have,
I have,
more or
more
less,
or less,
please.
please.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Uh,
Uh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum
Assalamualaikum
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.